Hey everyone, it's your girl Jynnette the Oracle. I'm checking my stream real quick. Hopefully this is looking okay. Fingers crossed. I didn't give as much time between this video and the last one, so hopefully it will still be good because we've been actually doing pretty well so far with the stream quality. Yes, thank the internet gods. It might be all this Mercury energy being in a home sign of Virgo. It's very like, no, this needs to be meticulous, right? Anyway, this is going to be for the sign of Virgo. So if you have a Virgo rising, sun sign, moon sign, or north node, this is going to be for you. Also, of course, if you know how to hack your natal chart and you have a lot of natal planets in Virgo, this may also be really important for those particular planets, but I won't go too much into that. Quick announcements. Fall semester of Lightworker Academy is going to be, it's open. The enrollment is open now, and it will be starting on autumn equinox, which is September 23rd. So the last day to enroll will be Saturday, September 21st, so end of day that day. So make sure you let me know what courses you want to take, and I'll send you details on how to submit payment. Just as an FYI, these are going to be coming out starting on the 23rd, weekly or bi-weekly, depending on how many classes are in each course. They are going to be recordings that are sent to you, so you can do them at your own pace when you have time. But I will be doing and offering live office hours on Saturdays throughout the time of the course, and that way you will have the opportunity to ask me any questions that you have, regardless of what course you're in. So it's going to be open to all the students, so you can log on. It will be, I'll send you a link to join via Zoom video, and yeah, that'll be that. Now it'll be office hours, so I won't be recording them, but you know, the time is there for you. In the description box below, I will have links to each of the 4 classes that I'm offering. That way you can check out more details about what is being covered in every class, when it's being covered, as well as pricing and all that kind of stuff. So definitely check that out. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And sign up for my newsletter if you haven't done that either as well. Okay, so this month I'm beginning and ending with an oracle card from 2 of Colette Baron-Reid's decks. So first is Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. So we're going to start with that. And see what grounding energy the hidden realms have for Virgos. I have Virgo moon and also many planets in Virgo, so Virgo energy is very close to heart. All right, there's a lot of cards. I'm just going to take the top one. Oh, very interesting. Spirit Whisperer. Spirit Whisperer. This is card number 3. This is the first single-digit card so far that I've gotten. And the words on this are divine guidance and higher knowing. So this looks like, and I was actually kind of getting this vibe from the previous readings in the Oracle talks, but this is going to be a deeply spiritual time, I think, for you guys. But anyway, as an ally, the Spirit Whisperer comes to you heralding the miraculous and the inspired. She whispers guidance from the divine through your higher senses so that you can hear her wisdom and know her love for you. She is committed to helping you intuit the next right action and steers you away from trouble. The Spirit Whisperer keeps you inspired to move forward, always knowing, just in time, the correct next step. She guides you to fulfill your highest purpose. When she appears, it's a sign of inspired ideas that, with continual action, lead to success. That's a very good omen. If your question is about a relationship, the Spirit Whisperer speaks of soul connections, past lives, and great learning through mutual mirroring. She will whisper how long, how short, how deep, and how sweet the relationship can be. There were soul bargains made even before you both were born here, and an exploration is in order. You may move forward, but keep listening to Spirit Whisperer for the lessons that the vulnerability of love brings. Ooh, that mutual mirroring. That can be problematic, but I'll leave that alone. That's a beautiful card, and I love all this green because it's heart energy. So listening within the intuition, right? That just came through. Okay, so overall guidance from Spirit for this month for you, dear Virgo, is Ace of Wands. And what better energy for you because it is birthday month or birthday time for you. It's your season. So yeah, new lease on life, new opportunities, new beginnings, lots of energy, feeling like you got your mojo back, inspired, creative, just in your zone. I don't think there's really anything else that needs to be said about that Ace of Wands. It's just like, so I just heard, yes. I love it. It's very rare that we get to see Virgo in a state of glee, but that's what I'm actually picking up with that yes. So I love it. I'm ecstatic that that's there for you. And yeah, your intuition is definitely going to be on point, like that, the connection to spirit and the mysteries. And that's a good thing for you, honestly. I think actually a lot of that is going to be opening up because, you know, your opposite sign is Pisces. There will, of course, be a full moon in Pisces this month. So maybe some of this deepening spiritual awareness will be opening up at that point. But, you know, we can evolve into the higher aspects of what the opposite sign is to our sun. So, you know, Virgo is the material world, Pisces is the mysteries and being open to that which is beyond understanding. So you may be finding this month, like I was saying, I was picking up anyway before I even got that card, that's really going to be coming through for you. And it's going to be nice, and it's going to feel good. It's going to feel like home because now you're actually ready. You had to actually get to a point now where you are open to it and ready for it, because enough of what you needed to kind of have in place, or what you needed to have in experience, basically whatever that threshold was for you, it's been reached, or it will be reached at some point during this month. And the opening up into something more is what's going to be coming through. Excuse me. All right, so money. Important things, right? Princess of Cups and Empress. Very nice. You actually, Empress is the Venus card. Princess of Cups is also a Venus card. You may have found actually that money either started getting good again, or you started getting an uptick financially with money. Financially with money. You know what I mean? That may have actually started when Virgo shifted into, when Venus shifted into Virgo. Why is my mind going right now? With all this Virgo energy that I have, I should be able to keep my mind straight. Is this what you guys are feeling? Like, is the mind getting discombobulated? Like in a good way? Like it's so much new stuff, new information that your brain is almost like short circuiting. maybe this internal glee is like so much like there's a part of you that doesn't quite know what to do with it. Yeah, so whatever that shift in opportunity or increase actually might have already been in play, to be honest. And that will continue because Venus will continue to be in your sign, giving you that boost. And then she will be shifting, coming home into Libra, which is also a great place for her to be. So, yeah. It's looking like, though, if If finances have not been great in the past and they're shifting into something new, this month is still talking about the beginning stages, and you will be developing into greater and greater wealth, because it's Princess of Cups and Empress. So we'll start with the Princess of Cups, and then will continue to cascade into Empress energy. This also might be a choice to really live within your means so that you can use the money that you are making to invest specifically in something that's going to have a greater return. So operating a bit more meagerly. If money has already been good, then you might have actually had some kind of promotion or some kind of leveling up. So this is kind of the beginning stages of whatever this new money is, and it will continue to grow. You might actually almost see a growth in finances with your partner. So since it's shifting to relationships, let's go to relationships. Actually, hold on. Yeah. Yeah, we will get to relationships, but it's either something new for you or maybe somebody that you're with that's going to help boost the partnership's money. And it might be the one who's the more feminine player, the one who embodies more the feminine role, regardless of your gender. The feminine energy is the creative, the creator. The masculine is the sustainer. But also the protector, right? The feminine is also the nurturer. So there's a little bit of both the masculine and feminine in both. I mean, it's yin and yang. So yin and yang, when you see the circle, there's still a dot of the other within the opposite. Anyway. You get it. I know you do. That's the stuff I kind of feel like you may actually start geeking out on if you haven't already, to be honest, with the spirit things, is looking at the patterns and cycles and understanding the interconnectedness of things to help you get a better grasp on the mysteries of reality. Okay, come through, Virgo. I'm here for it because, again, I have a lot of Virgo in my chart. So I know once we get basically from September through January, this is my favorite period besides birthday month, of course. This is my favorite period because it's a deeply spiritual time. So it's a time when I'm able to be more productive and creative than I normally am in other parts of the year. And it's also a deeply spiritual time. So there's usually so much channeling and development, spiritual development that occurs with that. So yeah, all the things. Okay, now relationships. So for relationships, very interesting energy, Ace of Pentacles and the Judgment card. So for those of you who are single or actually dating one or more people, you might be actually considering settling down into something more serious with this Ace of Pentacles energy. And there might be, with the Last Judgment, a deeper realization, because maybe, especially since your energy is already Ace of Wands, like it's very creative and expansive in opportunities, and it's very external. But there's a possibility here that something deeper is awakening in you on a heart level, and you may be ready for something a little bit more grounded. Part of this may be because you're having an easier time now, or you're practicing more now, communicating your feelings, what's actually on your heart. Because Virgo, the Hermit, you know how you are. So if you haven't already started making that shift, that most likely is going to be happening this month. And that's going to open the door to something that's more serious, more stable, more quality. But it is still just Ace of Pentacles energy and Judgment. So it's the beginning stages. The door is open. It's not that, necessarily something that's going to happen that instant. That could always happen, right? Because we do already have the Empress out here, the divine feminine energy. But yeah, the tide is turning. The tide is turning. So for the single Virgos, you're wanting that. I'm not getting a sense though that there's a rush, but it's more of a revelation. I mean, that's what the Judgment is, but that's what it's feeling like. It's an unfurling of the heart space and the a comfortableness with that energy. Very different from the Ace of Wands, obviously. For those of you who are already in committed partnerships and are married, there is a deepening of the emotional connection, like a true up-leveling of the emotional intelligence between the two of you. That's necessary. So you all, if you all have been doing some work around your patterns, like the negative patterns that possibly have been hindering the connection, there's this sense of like there's a resurrection. There's a new start here on more solid ground. That's much more healthier. And this does look, again, specifically to have to deal with emotions. Now, these patterns that the two of you might have been dealing with, negative patterns, if it's been negative patterns, might have been the relationships that one or both of you might have had with your mother, or still have with your mother, right? Because, that person might not have changed, right? Or maybe even just past relationships. But there's healing that is occurring there. There's a lot of healing that Venus or the goddess energy, whatever you connect to with the feminine, there's a lot of healing that's happening for, at the very least, you, but possibly you and your partner, around the heart, the feminine way of being, relating, that vulnerability, that softness, all that kind of thing. So it's looking really healthy, okay? Now, another thing, though, is Ace of Pentacles, Last Judgment, Revelation. This could be an announcement about the two of you in a committed partnership. This could be a proposal. This could be a marriage. Or this could be telling the parents that you're getting married. This could be you getting pregnant. This could be a reveal of the baby's name. In terms of pregnancy, if you're looking to get pregnant this month or want to increase your chances, this is a very, very good month. Again, we have Venus out here, the Empress, with Ace of Pentacles. Yes. Okay. You're more likely to find success, i.e. an actual conception, occur this month because this is really positive energy. Because we literally have the mother out here. Okay. Work. One second. Oh, you know what? I actually read that wrong. I apologize, guys. Why is this Virgo energy all over the place? Like, I literally have not had any kind of mix up with anybody else up to this point. What's going on? Okay, so correction on relationship stuff. You actually have 6 of Pentacles and 7 of Wands. Now, those messages actually are still relevant, especially about the announcements of new things, pregnancy, stuff like that. That actually is still relevant. The difference, though, now that I'm seeing things correctly, is in the first part of the message for the single folks. No, wait, I did do this right. Oh my goodness, y'all. Why am I getting confused by my own spread? What is it about relationships y'all don't? Maybe that's actually what this is. Maybe that's actually what this is. No, I was right. Okay, so that 7 of Wands then, I cannot with y'all. This is y'all. This is not me. Because like I said, I've been fine all day today. Y'all have stuff around this emotional thing. But I shouldn't even be surprised because your Mercury ruled sign, Gemini, is the same way. Y'all are just more stubborn about it. They at least are more playful. But that's what that 7 of Wands is. It's defense. Why y'all acting up? Y'all are scared to fall in love, aren't you? Okay, so that stuff around like love and relationships and all these hangups, this like diversion that's occurring right now in the spirit, this is strictly for the folks who are not in committed partnerships, flat out. The ones who are in committed partnerships, your messages stay the same. This is just for the single folks, whether you are dating somebody or multiple people or not. This is for y'all. So y'all got to work on communicating your feelings, and these defenses, because you're worried about getting your heart broken. So there actually needs to be some deeper healing. Because y'all are not trying to. Yeah, okay. So you'll be putting up a fight for a little while, but once we get into, basically Libra season, you'll come to your senses. You'll let down the wall. All right. Jesus. Yeah, y'all don't like feeling the emotions. You do not like being out of control. But you know what? I'm going to read y'all right now, which means I'm reading myself, but mostly y'all who are Virgo rising and Virgo sun. Just saying. This whole stuff around the heart, this has to deal with situations that started or occurred since fall of last year. So October on. Possibly part of September, actually, because October was when we had Venus retrograding in Scorpio. But yeah, this is a part of that. whatever lesson you're refusing to learn, or however you're refusing to grow, that's where you're being stretched right now. It's going to have to happen. Because this is deep core level healing that needs to happen. So, okay. I'll let the universe handle that, because y'all are some of the most stubborn people. I know I am too, so. But it's just a little less because it's only moon energy. Although, like I said, I do have a couple planets in it. But in terms of personal planets, it's only the moon. So you rising in sun sign Virgos, y'all know how stubborn you are. And if you really want to be happy, if you really want to have a good relationship, like, the defenses have to come down. And the clearer you get about the messages you receive from spirit about things, and believe it from the get-go, as opposed to fixing folks or not fully engaging, if that's the thing, if you just are not, like, whatever the thing is, it's, you know. All right, moving on, because I'm not about to have y'all stress me out. Y'all saw how that just happened, right? Like, just the confusion. Y'all really were not trying to hear that message. And this is just for the single folks. You ones in committed partnerships, you're good. Okay. Work and career. Because I know I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. Like, had me thinking I'm reading the cards wrong. All right. Six of Pentacles and Three of Swords. So the work that you are doing in and of yourself, like your job, if you work for a corporation, you know, your position is good. There's something going on with the company though with that Three of Swords. So they may be in talks to be bought out by another company. There may be a fracturing of leadership. That looks a little not stable. You're good at what you do with the Six of Pentacles, obviously. Let me see though if more clarity about this Three of Swords. Now, if you work for yourself, you're having to have a bit of a come to Jesus moment this month. But in the sense of just getting really clear about what requires your focus and what doesn't. Because this isn't a time to be frivolous, it's a time to be laser focused so that you can make use of the Ace of Wands energy, which is about new that's coming in. So we got the King of Cups. Clarify the King of Cups. The Hierophant. So maybe there's something going on with the boss or supervisor, and they've been long-standing, or a CEO. Maybe they're leaving. Maybe your boss is leaving. Maybe your supervisor is leaving. I don't necessarily think that this is going to negatively impact you, though. Let me clarify the Princess of Cups just to be sure in this context as it relates to work. Got Seven of Swords, Princess of Swords, Prince of Cups, Prince of Wands. Well, I don't like that kind of energy as clarification as it relates to work. because that's a lot of conflict, a lot of change. But with the Seven of Swords there, you've already been knowing about it. So I would say with this, like if you know that there's a potential for your job to be in flux, or if you know you want to make a move to go higher up or move into something different, this might be that time to be open to new possibilities. Or if folks are reaching out to you to hire you, consider the offer, especially since we have the Empress showing up here with that money energy coupled with Princess of Cups. Yeah, the World card, 10 of Wands at the bottom. This may be coming to a close. It might not officially close this month, but if you see the writing on the wall, Virgo, listen. You're getting my petty face right now. You know what's up. And that's the thing, is like your intuition is on point. You know what's up. Let's see for those of you working for yourself. Because regardless, again, money is good and the work that you do is good, but there just seems to be either some transition or being more focused, more effective in what you do. I mean, that's also what Virgo's really good about, is like cutting out the BS and making sure everything is running functionally. So 10 of Wands. So Queen of Swords at the bottom. I'm going to get another clarifier, but that sense of really assessing where you're leaking energy is coming here. So where you can be more in control, tighten the reins, that kind of thing. Got the Judgment card. So this is the second time this has come up. This is feeling, though, more like an inspired idea. Because I'm getting the sense from this that like you have a sense now of what works. And so you're going to be figuring out ways to operate a little bit more efficiently and effectively. Because the Judgment card is the second to last card of the major arcana, meaning that you're coming to the close of a cycle, i.e. mastery. So these are going to be minor tweaks and adjustments that you'll be able to make from a very clear and focused space. Okay, and then lastly, health and wellness, and then we'll go week by week real quick. Health is looking good, body's looking good, so make sure you're getting enough rest, eating well. Virgo, sometimes you can let that go to the wayside, but it looks like you kind of coming back to center and valuing yourself more. Maybe it's because with this Ace of Wands, you have the energy now to put the focus there and you're motivated to do so. But regardless, that's looking good. Okay, so let's go. All right, y'all saw that week by week, and literally all 4 cards came out. Now y'all want to talk, right? Now that we're not talking about the love stuff. All right, 10 of Swords for the first. Stress, right? First week. Week 2, King of Cups. That's the emotional maturity. Week 3, Page of Wands. It's a new opportunity, potentially, so new path. And then the Hierophant, again, has come up at the last week. And then we have 10 of Pentacles here. So, all right, let's see what that week 1 is about. What are you stressed over? Or what cycle is ending? Because 10 can also talk about endings. Now that 10, though, if there is some trouble at work, that could talk about feeling like you're backstabbed. You've been backstabbed or something, but we'll see. In general, for most of you. Let's see what this is about. Clarification on the 10 of Swords, please. All right, that's a lot of cards. But I will take them. All right, so we got 8 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, which showed up again, 9 of Swords, so again, this stress, and 9 of Wands. So yeah, it does look, well, okay. Then we have the Devil, 5 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 5 of Swords. I'm really getting that this is work stuff, y'all. Someone may be leaving, the company may be being sold, folks may be getting laid off, like, or there's a competition for a position, whatever it is, and it's stressing you out because you want whatever the new opportunity is, whether it's with the company or somewhere else. But you're stressed. You basically have reached your end. But things are opening up for you, so you're definitely trying to make this move again, whether it's within the company or outside of it. But I'm definitely getting that vibe with the work environment. That work environment is really toxic with the Devil energy there, like real talk. And it's the kind of vibe where there's a lot of backstabbing. People do whatever they want to do, whatever they feel they need to do to win, to be on top. And you don't really play the game, like you stay in your own lane, but it is causing you stress. Okay. But it doesn't necessarily mean that money is not good, because you're actually fine with that 8 of Wands. Oh, goodness. If this is you working for yourself, you are stressed about money, but things are starting to shift. So try not to, as best as possible, to run yourself into the ground, because things are shifting. Overall, but if you have a client or whatever this recent source of money is that you're connected to, and it would be something that's a little bit more involved, might be a little problematic actually with the Devil here and these 2 5s. It might not be all it's cracked up to be. Moving on to week 2. The King of Cups, because it's a very different energy than that 10 of Swords. So obviously, whatever is going on, whatever drama is, looks like it's confined to that first week. Fingers crossed. Oh, we got 10 of Cups. So yeah, whatever that situation is in the first week, like, it gets resolved. Obviously. You're fine. You're fine. All right, week 3, Page of Cups, or Page of Wands. Oh, hallelujah. I'm thinking to myself, like, what is that with me? I don't want no drama around work stuff. Okay, clarification on the Page of Wands. Oh, Queen of Cups. So we have the counterparts here. So it might be communication with somebody who is offering the opportunity for you, with this Ace of Wands vibe that's there for the month. And then, of course, again, we had the Ace of Pentacles twice. So with the Empress, so there might also be some new opportunities that are coming in. But because we do have both the King and the Queen out now with the 10 of Cups and the Page of Wands, this also might be that relationship energy. So the pages would talk about communication with you and another person. You could be just, again, practicing expressing how you feel, or Is this you expressing to the Queen of Cups, or is the Queen of Cups expressing to you? This might actually just be mutual, but let me get clarification. It could be some financial offer as well, but there's so much of that heart energy. Four of Swords and Emperor, so this is counterpart. Page of Pentacles now. So just, you know, soulmate energy, basically. But you're considering things. Yeah, you're considering things, because that message that came through about, you know, being open for something new, something deeper is definitely there. Okay. Last week, the High Priest. That's a commitment energy. So maybe there is a conversation about it. If you've been dating for somebody, this might be that time when you guys have that conversation during that third week and become official, whatever that is. Or whatever the next stage is for wherever you are with somebody. Might be happening at that time, because Higher Priest can talk about commitments. It's also family energy, but it's also Taurus, so money and wealth and business. Whatever that decision is made, though, with the Four of Swords, it is a peaceful decision. It's a balanced one. It may also you just being really clear about your value. Okay, final week, we got Queen of Pentacles, so grounded energy, Nine of Cups, Queen of Wands, and Two of Swords. And we're actually right back to this Ten of Pentacles. This is actually a Virgo card. If you want to learn more about the tarot, take my Divination through Tarot course. Definitely a non-shameless, or yeah, non-shameless? Shameless plug. Yeah, that message that was just coming through right at the end of week 3 that I was just talking about, of coming to your own sense of value, is definitely here. You are listening to your intuition more, and getting clear about what it is that you want, what it is that you wish for. And if this is regarding specifically another person, if it's not an internal process that's happening, well, I think it's both and not either or, actually. They are going to be very different from you. They might actually feel a little selfish, but it's going to depend. They can either be very independent or frivolous. So it's going to depend, but I think that that's part of what you possibly are considering and maybe needing to make a decision on. So if there's not a decision made in week 3, that might be something that you're making in week 4, and week 3 might be about you getting clear, not just about externally, materially what you want, but also on a heart space what you want. And then coming into week 4, really looking at what is being presented to you and seeing if that is up to par. Okay. But, oh Lord, this work stuff. If you want to go deeper in that, definitely reach out for a session, because that is some drama. I can already tell. All right, we're going to end your reading with the Enchanted Map Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reed. Closing guidance for the beautiful sign of Virgo. Oh, you got the Mountain. This card keeps coming out. No one has gotten this so far, but this came out in the, I keep wanting to say October, the August 29th Oracle Talk. So if you haven't watched that, go back and watch it. It's the one that is specifically on the new Mars cycle. This is one of the cards that actually came out in the closing guidance. So there might actually be something there for you. in that message. There was a lot in that message, but definitely go check it out. All right, so the quote for this is, you have the capacity to flow around any obstacle. This is the time to adapt. Adapt, Virgo. You're a mutable sign. I know you're Earth. You like to be stubborn. It's time to adapt. All right, the message is, sometimes you'll come across what appears to be an insurmountable obstacle, like a huge mountain that separates you from your success. You might think that climbing it or chiseling away at it is the answer. But why take such a treacherous, tedious approach? Be like the rivers that flow around mountains naturally. You'll move past this obstacle relatively quickly if you choose the easy way around. This is the time to adapt to your circumstances. If you do decide to climb, remember to take one step at a time, opting for the next right action. And that was coming through with the spirit whisper, right? Helping you with the correct next right action. With the best next right action. All right, I'm done with y'all messing with my energy right now. I've never, like, this is, I don't even think I was like this when Mercury was retrograde. What's going on, y'all? I mean, I know what's going on, but like, still, why y'all messing with me like this? Y'all know I love you. All right, if you want to book a reading, please go to my website, inneralchemy.com. Check out all the information below for all the classes, sign up for my newsletter, subscribe to the channel, all the things. I love you so much, and God willing, I will see you next time, okay? Bye.